Shedeur Sanders is starting. Let that sink in. The Cleveland Browns have just thrown a grenade into their own quarterback depth chart and named rookie Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback for Friday's preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. This isn't a publicity stunt. This isn't a ceremonial first snap. This is QB1 status for a guy some media voices claimed wouldn't even make the final 53-man roster. And now, he's not only starting, he's leapfrogged Dillon Gabriel, he's leapfrogged Kenny Pickett, and he's staring down a shot to take over the entire quarterback room. So what really happened behind the scenes? Why did this decision shock even insiders? And what happens if Shedeur Sanders balls out on Friday night? Because if he does, the NFL might be witnessing the start of something much bigger. Let's break it down. From 5th round to QB1, the meteoric rise of Shedeur Sanders. When the Browns drafted Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, most analysts smiled politely. Nice pick, good locker room guy, decent upside. But nobody, and I mean nobody, expected this. From the jump, Shedeur wasn't given a red carpet. He wasn't promised a shot. In fact, Browns insider Mary Kay Cabot openly said it seemed like Shedeur wouldn't even be a bona fide contender early in the offseason. That was just a few weeks ago. Since then, he's flipped the script completely. Coaches are watching, veterans are speaking up, and now he's walking into the huddle as the starter. This isn't luck, this isn't politics, this is earned respect, and the league needs to start paying attention. The quarterback room is in chaos. Let's get something straight. This wasn't just a Cinderella story out of nowhere. There's been a meltdown behind the scenes in Cleveland's QB room. Dillon Gabriel sidelined with a hamstring injury. Kenny Pickett also injured and reportedly no longer even in the race for quarterback 1 or quarterback 2. Tyler Huntley just signed, still learning the system. Joe Flacco, a seasoned vet but only expected to see second half snaps, and clearly not the future. So who's left? Shedeur Sanders, the kid from Jackson State, the son of Coach Prime, the guy the media laughed off as a reach. And now, with everyone else falling apart, he's being trusted to open the preseason as the leader of the offense. But let's be clear, this isn't a backup emergency. This is a statement. The Browns are testing the waters. And Shedeur, he's diving in. Mary Kay confirms it. He's in the thick of the race. Mary Kay Cabot, one of the most trusted voices inside Browns HQ, didn't mince words. Shedeur is no longer on the sidelines of the competition. He's right in the middle of it, and her tone shifted from cautious analysis to something more optimistic. All 4 quarterbacks are still in this race, she said, but Shedeur, he's really come on strong. Translation, he's forcing the issue. Coaches can't ignore him. Teammates are backing him. And every day he stays consistent, it gets harder for anyone to push him back down the depth chart. He's not just competing now, he's threatening to take over. The locker room knows what's up. There's an old NFL saying, you can't fool the locker room. And right now, the locker room in Cleveland is starting to rally behind Shedeur Sanders. Forget the media narratives, forget the 5th round tag. Veterans are watching how he works, how he carries himself, how he leads. And that leadership is starting to mean something. Myles Garrett, the face of the franchise, recently spoke about Shedeur. He called him hardworking, humble, positive, a guy with a great head on his shoulders. That's not small talk, that's a real endorsement. When someone like Myles speaks like that, people inside the building listen. You can't fake that kind of energy. And Shedeur, he's had it since day one. Tony Grossi, the loudest doubter in the room. But of course, not everyone's a believer. Enter Tony Grossi, the Browns' most infamous radio voice and arguably Shedeur's loudest critic. Since Shedeur arrived, Grossi's been throwing shade non-stop. He's questioned Shedeur's decision-making, downplayed his progress, accused the media of false hysteria, and his favorite line, "Can we wait till the pass rush and shoulder pads go on?" Even after coaches and players praised Shedeur's development, Grossi dug in. He refuses to give credit. He still believes Gabriel throws a better spiral. Still thinks Shedeur is overhyped. Still won't admit that this kid just got named starting quarterback over every other option. But here's the thing, Grossi doesn't matter, because the film doesn't lie, and Shedeur is putting it on tape. How did Shedeur win over the staff? Behind the scenes, it's becoming clearer. Shedeur Sanders isn't just likable, he's coachable. He shows up, he learns fast, he applies what he's taught, And in an NFL camp that's reportedly faster, tougher, and more intense than years prior, that's everything. Offensive coordinators want consistency, teammates want reliability, and Shedeur, he's delivering both. This isn't just about arm strength, it's about trust. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is earning it daily. Friday Night Lights, why this start matters. So now we land on the big one. What does this Friday start really mean? Because preseason games can be deceiving. They're not always treated as must-win moments. But for Shedeur Sanders, this one is massive because if he looks the part, if he handles the pressure, commands the huddle, executes the playbook, and leads successful drives, he won't just be in the mix. He'll be the front runner. Because here's what's really at stake. A starting job in week 1, a permanent shift in the Browns' future quarterback plans, and a potential changing of the guard in Cleveland, all in one night. The fans are already bought in. It's not just players and coaches taking notice. The fans have flipped. Shedeur's name is buzzing across Browns Twitter. His jersey sales are rising. He's being discussed like a legit franchise quarterback before he's even taken an NFL snap. This is no longer a fringe storyline. This is the front page. And if he plays well on Friday, the hype will explode. Cleveland wants a fresh start. They want a young face of the franchise, and Shedeur might just be the guy to give it to them. The stakes are crystal clear. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is a test. If Shedeur struggles, the Browns can justify sliding him back into the shadows. If he shines, they're gonna have a problem because there's no hiding him after that. There's no going back to Dylan Gabriel, no more PR spin for Kenny Pickett. And Joe Flacco, he's not the future. But Shedeur, he just might be. What if he pulls this off? Let's imagine the unthinkable becomes reality. Shedeur Sanders steps onto that field Friday night and absolutely delivers. 2 touchdown drives, no turnovers, poise under pressure, command of the offense, crisp reads, efficient execution, the kind of performance that silences every critic in one half of NFL. What happens next? We're not just talking about a successful debut, we're looking at one of the fastest quarterback takeovers in recent NFL memory. A 5th-round rookie, passed over by every team multiple times, rising up not because of hype, not because of marketing, but because of pure performance. No manufactured media buzz. No front office agenda, just a young quarterback who earned it. Every snap, every throw, every ounce of trust. And if that's the case, then this isn't a preseason storyline anymore. It's the birth of a real movement, a cultural shift in Cleveland, a new identity, the beginning of the Shedeur Sanders era. The rookie everyone underestimated. It's wild how fast the NFL world can change. Just a few weeks ago, Shedeur Sanders was a camp body. Today, he's starting at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and tomorrow, he might be the future of the franchise. Critics will keep doubting, Tony Grossi will keep talking, but if Shedeur steps on that field and delivers with poise, with leadership, with accuracy, then everything changes. Because you can't bury a quarterback who wins the locker room, wins the moment, and wins over the people. This Friday isn't just about one night, it could be the start of something unstoppable. And trust me, we coming.